All right. Good morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Thursday to everyone. We have a special guest here today, my good friend Matthew Kuntz with VR Pools.
Hey,
How
Ron.
you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for traveling all across Pima County to get here.
Yeah, my pleasure. You know, I keep telling you that your ratings would probably be better with dead air than having me on, but I appreciate you immensely for bringing me on. And
Well, being a cool pool guy, thank you for not showing up in your Speedo, because I have a strict contract with Live the Dream Media that there's no Speedos allowed on the air.
Oh, well, it's under.
Oh, no, just don't stand up.
Okay. Yeah, but no.
It'd be like all the Zoom meetings where you have a shirt and tie and just a Speedo underneath.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Then you get up and everybody gets the show.
Right.
So.
I think that happened on a couple different Zoom meetings or classes where, someone would get up to get a thing of coffee and they're like, you're still live and you're in your chonies, dude.
Well, I think we're all guilty of that, wearing a nice dress shirt and then being in your, your shorts and
right,
not so much a bikini, but I'll have to work on that. So I didn't know that was a requirement to be a pool guy, but
Well, isn't that how you get your future customers?
I want customers, Ron. That's.
Oh, okay.
My skinny legs in a bikini is probably not going to draw in the crowds anytime soon.
All right. So you figured that out. You figured the
I know
proper
my
dress
strengths
code.
and weaknesses, yes, and wearing a bikini is probably not good for business, at least for me.
Okay.
So
all right.
At least for pools, maybe I'll start another online thing, but be
page?
a foot model or something. So. But yes.
All right. Well, thank you anyways.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, obviously, I've been in the pool industry for a little over 10 years now.
Okay.
I started in California.
Okay.
Under my great mentor, Hugh Marshall, which I literally just found out right before the show that he passed away.
Oh, man.
He's been battling cancer for couple years now, went in remission, and then they found it, and it just got the best of them.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
And I'm grateful, eternally grateful for all he did and all his support all along the years. Anytime I got in trouble, he was always there. But more importantly, just his knowledge and his guiding hand throughout the whole process. You know, not only was he a great pool technician, he was a great businessman as well, and a wise mentor. And like I said, I'm eternally grateful for everything he did for me and my family.
Yeah, that is so important, just to be able to rely on someone to, just if you have that question, whether it's pool chemicals or something weird going on with, or a business question like, hey, how should I handle this, or am I on the right track?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Just to get that.
I'm not a crier, but he meant a lot for me and my family. So,
right.
Excuse me. So, I can't express my gratitude enough for that guy.
Right.
So, eternally grateful.
Yeah. So how did you get started in the pool business? You were out in California. Where out in California?
So, Orange County.
Orange County. Okay.
Most of my route was in Newport Coast. It's kind of a funny story how I got in the industry, because a buddy from high school coaxed me for at least 5 years to get in the industry.
Oh, okay.
So when I was in my 20s, I had an auto detailing business, and I still did it for friends and family on the side. And every time we would either get together or I would do his fleet for his pool company, he'd be like, dude, you got to check this out. He's all, you're hardworking, you got a great eye for detail, and you're great with customers. He's all, you got to check it out. And I'd be like, nah, I'm in college, I'm good. I'd do his fleet, or like I said, get together for, a cold beer or barbecue. And he's like, dude, you got to check it out, man. I'm killing it. He's all, I got a house in the mountains. I got a house on the beach. Nah, I'm good. And long story short, I partnered up with an unscrupulous person in real estate in California, and right when we were closing a 3-part deal, she cut me out.
Oh.
And instead of getting $40,000, I got about $700 just for a referral.
Oh.
And if that wasn't fun, it was the moment, almost the day after I found out my wife was pregnant with our child.
Oh, wow. And you were counting on that money.
100%.
Yeah,
and I didn't know,
of course.
Even before I knew I had a child on the way, I was obviously expecting, for 4 or 5 months work to get paid. And if that wasn't, there's another climax.
Oh, wow.
Wait, there's more. My wife, I was dead silent. And I'm like, I guess I got to get a real job again. And she dropped another bomb. She's like, I don't want you going back into the restaurant industry. Because that was kind of my bread and butter through college. And I had a lot of connections. And I literally could have probably got a job the next day. And so I was really sucking wind at that point. So I called up and I was like, hey, Matt. Well, his name was Matt as well. I'm like, I'm ready to get in the pool business. Literally, he's like, okay, Monday, show up. 7 o'clock, my house, you know where I'm at, and the rest is history.
Okay.
So he trained me in cleaning pools for 2 weeks, and then he passed me off to my mentor, and then I was under Hugh Marshall's wing ever since. So up until I actually moved out here, I branched out. I was doing work for him, and then I built my own route in California before I moved out here, and then I sold that. And then moved out here, so my wife could raise Violet. So my daughter,
yeah. Is that the reason you moved to Tucson?
Yes, to go down to a single family income.
And, cool.
And as we all know, California is not conducive to a single family income.
Yeah, so, I heard it's a little bit pricey to.
At least Orange County, yeah. So we sold our house. I sold my business, rebuilt out here.
Wow. How long have you been out here?
About 10 years now, or actually. Okay. No, a little over 8, yeah.
Okay.
So 8.5, yeah.
8 years, okay.
I think we're going on 9. So I guess I've been in the industry a little bit longer than I thought. Time flies when you're having fun.
Right. So, maintaining a pool is not just a summer thing. It's a year-round.
Correct.
Yeah.
The chemistry fluctuates throughout the year, as well as the times. So, in the wintertime, everything's easy. You're not having to use much chems. You can lower the usage of, the running of the pool.
Right.
And you can get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because
you don't have the growth because the water's colder.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then May, June comes around and it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, when I first moved out here, Newport and the coast, it rarely gets up to 90, maybe 2 or 3 days out of the year. I used to have people that heated their pool year-round out there just because...
I could see that, yeah. If you're in the 80s, if your air temperature's in the 80s, your pool temperature is going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the first year I moved out here, it kicked my rear. Not even... I think, if I'm not mistaken, it still holds the record for the most consecutive days over 110.
Ah, okay.
And another funny part, the first day that I worked out here, I bought a small route. It was like 31 degrees. So I literally had frost on my truck the day that I left.
Okay.
Good thing I grew up in the mountains in Southern California. But from the coldest day that I've ever worked in the industry to the hottest, like June kicked my rear because
I believe
going back to California, it doesn't get hot until about August. July, August is our true summer.
Ah, okay.
And then so June came out of nowhere, and with that heat wave. Anyways, so yes, you can get. There's variations in the season, and the summer is relentless out here, as we all know, and we're still kind of feeling the wrath of the death orb right now.
Sure.
So.
Not only the high evaporation of the water, so you got to make sure that your water level, is where it needs to be, but then also your chemicals evaporate also when you have such high heat, and the sun's out longer, because during the summer, we have 13 or 14 hours of sunlight. Compared to the winter where you have maybe 10 or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, and the usage. Everybody's using the
and
pools.
Everyone's jumping in there. Yeah, so in and out, and you're dragging water out with your body when you get out.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So all that's a factor. You can literally have and I don't know if this is going on a little tangent, but you can have a pool right next door. Your neighbor could be built by the same company, same exact pool design, and it'll run completely different.
Oh, I believe it.
So
now, is that partly because of the chemicals on your body, the pH of all the people using it?
There's a lot of variations, obviously. Okay. It's some are unexplainable, but it's a lot of foliage too. You know, what do you have in the yard? But usage is the main one. But it's kind of inexplicable to how crazy it is.
Right.
You know, it's not apples and apples. Every pool is apples and oranges. So when I take on a new pool, it takes me a couple weeks to learn the personality or however you want to phrase that.
The characteristics of the pool. I call it I got to learn her. That's what I say. So it takes a couple weeks, especially in the summertime. If I take one right on, and there's it's kind of hasn't had the best service to it, so I've got to correct all the issues with it, and then I get to learn it. You know, at the beginning, I got to find out why it happened, what happened. Was it not taken care of properly, or is there something else going wrong? Ah, okay.
So
yeah. I remember when my kids were younger, we had a lot of church teen pool parties, and afterwards, like the day after, you would see almost like a green tinge in the pool. And I think it was just from teen body sweat, cologne, deodorant, just all the stuff that, having 20, 17-year-old boys in the pool or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but we'd get it, usually Monday was our day when our pool guy would come out, and they would chalk it or whatever, and it'd go back to normal. But yeah, you would see this weird, the color of the water was just different.
Milky?
No, it wasn't milky.
Really?
It was just kind of strange. Yeah, there's like a little color to it.
It just turned super quick, because usually if you have a lot of bodies, it'll turn like a milk color.
Oh, and then so it'd get cloudy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll turn. But out here, like we said, the sun's so relentless. Pools can turn pretty quick.
Yeah.
If it's neglected.
Yeah.
So.
And like you said, a lot of times the foliage is, a factor. And during the monsoons, you get all those high winds, and it seems like every leaf and flower and branch finds your pool.
Yep. Even, unfortunately, animals sometimes.
Yeah. We get mice, A lot of mice, sometimes baby birds for some reason. I don't know how the baby birds find their way into the pool, but they do.
Yeah, that's less usual. But I've seen, I don't want to go into that. I've seen almost everything that's in our desert in there, but the most common are mice and lizards.
Yeah. Yes.
So some areas are more prone to scorpions, so I'll find those in
scorpions in there.
Certain houses.
Yeah.
But the baby birds and anyways.
I've been swimming in there when a snake swam up to me. It was just a little guy. He was probably 18 inches. He was a young one, but
it was just cooling off.
He was just swimming around, and all of a sudden I see this snake swimming at me. So
that's pretty eerie.
Yeah. I grabbed him and I threw him in the front yard. He was a good snake.
Oh, not on the barbecue?
Not on the barbecue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't making any noise at me. He wasn't rattling at me. So
I haven't seen one of those in the pool, thank God.
Yeah.
So there was one under the filter that I was about to clean.
Ooh.
Something told me to not stick my foot there, and I pulled the lid off, and the water kind of runs out, and as soon as the water touched him, he went slithering away, and I almost put my foot right there, and it was a baby rattler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the babies are worse.
Are they?
Yeah, because they don't control their venom as much.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can only produce so much venom, like within a 24-hour period or whatever. So if they use it all on your foot or whatever, then they're not going to eat for several days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the older, the ones that survive and they're older, they learn a little bit more.
A little restraint.
Yeah, they restrain,
Yeah, I got pictures after the show. But yeah, it was pretty crazy because that was my first summer out here as well.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure you see a lot of snakes. We see a lot of snakes. I mean, snakes are everywhere.
Honestly, no.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because a lot of your backyards have dogs in them, and maybe
possibly
the
yeah,
dogs
a
keep
lot
them
of
out.
yeah. Yeah, my buddies, my fur buddies, like literally my favorite part of my job is my fur buddies. I get to visit them every week, and
yeah.
So
I'm sure you have a couple dogs that they have to be brought inside or whatever.
Only one.
Get there. Oh yeah,
yeah. Okay. I'm really friendly with dogs, and some take a little bit getting accustomed to me, and just make sure I am okay. But they usually all warm up to me.
Okay.
But only one, and they just got him, and it's a baby or a 2-year-old pit bull.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if he had the best life before. Yeah. And then I come back in with a pole, and he's not very happy about that. Yeah,
you're looking threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break. We will be right back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Like heat and air, we're in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
This is an urgent message from the Daniel Gutierrez for Congress campaign. The CD7 special election's going on right now. If you haven't voted yet, now's the time to do it. If you think you're on the early voter list and you haven't received your ballot, it's time to take action. Head over to the Pima Votes website where you can find early voting sites and drop-off boxes. Pima Vote site also has map and listing of all the Election Day vote centers, which are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. September 23rd. This is going to be a tough election. Every vote counts. Make sure you're part of the change that needs to happen in Southern Arizona CD7. Make sure you vote and vote for Daniel Gutierrez, paid for by Gutierrez for U.S. Congress.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Southwest Flavor. We're talking with Matthew Kuntz with VR Pools. So we were talking about the maintenance of pools. Give us a little rundown of just having a healthy pool and what someone should look for, if they have someone servicing their pool.
So absolutely. So the majority of keeping a pool in its top performance is flow and chemicals.
Okay.
So obviously those fluctuate throughout the years, but during the summer, you should keep your pool around a 3 to 5% parts per million for the chlorine.
Oh, okay.
So I like to keep them around 5, and in the pool world that's kind of high, but they don't live in Arizona. So I like keeping around 5 when it's 100 plus, just because there is a buffer.
Sure.
So if you have company over and you're having a barbecue, by the time you're a pool guy, you should be there every week.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're a homeowner, you should be testing your water at least once a week, preferably on the same day.
Okay.
Just so you can get an understanding of what your pool is using and what you need.
That consistency.
100%.
Right.
And like flow in getting rid of the debris. So keeping your baskets empty, not just your skimmer basket, but your pump basket should be cleaned weekly. So at VR Pools, we actually vacuum every pool every week.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we're unique to the industry. So a lot of people brush or just go in and skim and hopefully clean the baskets and keep their chemicals up. As we all know, and I'm not sliding, but I will. We probably got the laziest people in any industry. I've worked in several construction, and obviously there's the good and bad and the ugly and all the trades. But for some reason, pool guys just take the cake for being the laziest in trying to cut corners. But you should. What we do every week, we brush the tile. Mm-hmm. We skim, then we vacuum, obviously check and balance the chemicals, and then if necessary, we do another skim, then empty the skimmer and pump basket. In addition to looking for leaks, listening for noises if the pump's making a noise, and anything that could potentially be erratic and, be disastrous when it's 110, 115. Even, 95, a lot can go wrong.
Yeah.
So... leaks we all know that the chemicals are super expensive now.
Right.
Ever since COVID, they did the Charmin thing, and literally somehow 2 chlorine plants caught on fire during COVID.
Oh, really?
And then at that point, chlorine went triple the amount from 2020. Now it's about double. So chlorine's very expensive, as well as everything else.
Yeah.
And
you don't want to be wasting your money.
Correct.
Yeah.
So making sure those baskets are empty and all the debris and dirt's out of there helps reduce the cost of chemicals, as well as keeping the pool cleanly. Yeah. And, you don't want to go in there and swim and talk about the lizards and everything. So, and especially if they're not moving.
Yeah.
So just... keeping a continuous basis of emptying baskets, and like I said, the main thing is flow. So keeping your cartridge filters clean quarterly. If you have a sand filter, changing that sand every 3 to 5 years, depending on the usage. Mm-hmm. So I highly recommend getting glass beads in the sand filter, because the micron level of a sand filter, you can almost get a hair through it.
Okay.
So that shows you the non-filtering of a sand filter.
Yeah.
Now it's great
more stuff can slip through.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, it's great for a homeowner. They can backwash it, boom, instead of having to open it up and clean out the cartridges. Mm-hmm. But I highly recommend cartridge filters. You get a better micron level of cleaning it. And if you even want to take it one step further, you can get a diatomaceous earth filter, and you can actually stop giardia, and it'll filter blood and everything.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, the micron level on a DE, but going back to the glass bead, it's almost the equivalent of a DE filter.
Okay.
So just a couple microns off.
Okay.
So if you have sand, and a lot of people do out here in Arizona, I highly recommend getting the glass bead and getting that filtration, because that'll not only save on chemicals, but the water clarity and actually filter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think most people think about it, but anytime that there's anything organic just sitting in your water, it's starting to break down.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Whether it's that dead lizard or it's those leaves, they're starting to break down. They're starting that process.
Especially with chlorine. And that's its job.
Okay.
Is to, kill any bacteria or anything. So put a leaf in there or anything, and that chlorine's attacking it and breaking it down. So, and the movement of the water.
Yeah.
If you've got pop-ups or, so there's, yes, you're absolutely right. It's continually breaking it down. And if you let it sit, especially dirt, it's basically algae is just a growth on organic material.
Yeah.
So
exactly. All right. Well, let's let the people know how they can get a hold of you if they'd like you to come out and check out their pool.
Absolutely. You can reach me in a couple different ways. Obviously, by phone, you can call or text at 520-820-4496, or you can go to our website at vrpools.net, and they should have all the information right there. You can email me at vrpools1@gmail.com. So whatever your preference of communication is. Hey, you can even call Ron, and then he'll
get the message to you.
No, just kidding. No, call me, text me, whatever platform you
Fantastic.
prefer.
Hey, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Ron. I really appreciate you having me on today. So,
all right, we will be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
therapeutic ranch for animals and kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
This is an urgent message from the Daniel Gutierrez for Congress campaign. The CD7 special election's going on right now. If you haven't voted yet, now's the time to do it. If you think you're on the early voter list and you haven't received your ballot, it's time to take action. Head over to the Pima Votes website where you can find early voting sites and drop-off boxes. Pima Vote site also has map and listing of all the Election Day vote centers, which are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. September 23rd. This is going to be a tough election. Every vote counts. Make sure you're part of the change that needs to happen in Southern Arizona CD7. Make sure you vote and vote for Daniel Gutierrez, paid for by Gutierrez for U.S. Congress.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Southwest Flavor, and our next guest is Fareed Alshami with Vibrance Automotive.
Hello there, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely.
How are you doing today?
Fantastic. Getting over a bit of some nausea and tummy issues. No idea why. Yeah,
okay.
But I'm getting there. I'm getting through.
Well, that's good. And then we know each other from Business Association of Tucson,
Yes.
which is our networking group that I think's the best networking group in Tucson.
I have
honestly.
no argument there.
It's a really good group of people. And Matthew is in that group also, which we just talked to right now. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. It's a group that's really well built around conversation and getting to know each other and how to support each other.
Yeah. There's definitely some really good relationships in there. It's not just, we do an hour of business a week and that's it. There's definitely relationships in there and, just helping each other out.
Mm-hmm. I've been very grateful to have found that. I think it was Logan from Shadow Point who brought me in.
Okay, yeah.
And my goodness, has it been a beneficial from just a self-use point of view.
Sure.
Right? Like you can find so many different walks of life or businesses that you could potentially use or need right there. I mean, I know I've used you guys when I had a water leak at one point.
Right.
I was, it was great. Where was I? I was in Montana.
Oh, wow.
My mother was taking care of the house.
Okay.
And I get a phone call, I want to say 12 hours into the trip. She goes, "There's water everywhere."
Oh, no.
Everywhere. I call you guys up. You're out there within 30, 40 minutes taking care of the problem. It was amazing.
Well, cool.
Thank
you.
That is one of the most stressful things, right? Your mother's calling you, "There's water everywhere. I don't know what to do." And I'm like...
And you're a couple thousand miles away. So there's nothing you could physically do. There's no way you could get over there.
No, that's like... Using you guys felt like having a friend. That was what was most impressive. Hey, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
We're right there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, that's what the relationships are all about. Definitely.
And I wouldn't have had that without some of these business groups. So
yeah,
I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. And just to touch a little bit more on the group is there's a lot of older guys in there, but then there's also some younger guys that haven't been in business as long as some of us.
Absolutely.
And I think, and Logan included, I think you guys... And it's a great thing. You use us as a resource and say, hey, what about this? What about, employee stuff? What about tax stuff? What about,
That has been one of my favorite things is being able to surround myself with other businesses of tenure.
Yeah.
Right? They've been in business for a long enough time.
Right.
That you can ask those questions because it's hard. We go through these problems you just don't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't predict them.
Yeah.
Is the best way. And then you have that pool of wisdom you can just kind of pull from. So yeah, absolutely, it's fantastic. I know every once in a while I come and talk to you. I ask you a couple of questions here and there. I've had a couple of other questions for. Oh man, I'm blanking right now. Bill.
Oh, Bill Nelson. Yeah.
Bill has been very, very good about it. Like I said, we got together one time in Pine Top, which was fantastic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I took my fiance, and we all just met for breakfast. And he sat there and told us just his history, how he got started.
Wow.
Over pancakes. It was absolutely fantastic.
Where'd you go in Pine Top for breakfast? Did you go to Darby's?
No, I love Darby's.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Darby's is wonderful.
Darby's amazing. We've been going to Pine Top for, I want to say, 12 years now.
Okay.
Because my family, has a little cabin up there.
Oh, okay.
So we've been up there since before it got, really, really popular.
Right.
Darby's has been our go-to place, but this is that little diner in Sholo.
Oh, okay.
That has the donuts and the ice cream.
Oh.
I can't remember what it's called right now. I'm blanking on it, but it is
I'll have to get that name from you. Yeah.
Absolutely. I made a TikTok about it one time. So I've been there enough times I should remember it.
Yeah.
I just know how to get there.
Okay.
But it's so good. It's got I think 2 or 3 different sections, and they parcel it off as different themes. One is like this fun, boppy, colorful diner for donuts and soda pops and floats, and then the middle part is a bit more country western. Okay. Very, very good, and I will get you that name.
Okay, very good. So let's talk a little bit about your business, about Vibrance.
Sure.
How long have you been around?
I keep saying the same number. We started in 2012.
Oh, okay. 13 years.
So 13 years.
Yeah.
I keep going back like it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. No, it's been longer than that now.
Yeah.
We started off as the whole business started out of the back of my car.
Okay.
I started it up with like $8 out of the back of my car. and it came from this weird place of there's a whole story behind how I had this little convertible, and my father looks at me one day and goes, "Hey, we're going to Phoenix," and he trades in my car for a car for himself, I believe. He goes, "Hey, give him your keys." I'm like, "Okay." And I blindly trust my father, and I always will.
Sure.
The man's earned it, right? So I give the dealership my car, no questions. I don't know what's going on. He goes, "Okay, thanks." And we go home, and now I have no car. Right? And we get home, and he goes, "Hey, here's another set of keys." And he gives me his old SUV, which at the time I could have never afforded.
Okay.
And something inside of me just didn't sit right. And he wouldn't take any money for it. He wouldn't,
Yeah.
And
he's just being a dad.
He's just being a dad.
Yeah.
Like a fantastic dad.
Right.
Didn't tell me about what was going on, but a fantastic dad. And out of that desire to find value, I started a business out of the back of that SUV.
Ah, okay.
So I started selling little LED lights, and I would meet people on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. And then eventually that grew, and I quit my job. And I opened up a little store at the time I had 2 business partners, and we sold commercial LED lighting as well as automotive lighting.
Oh, okay.
And over the next year or 2 of that, I phased out the commercial lighting after having some success in it, and I did mainly automotive.
Okay.
And from there, I saw that we needed someone to do the installs because I kept sending installations somewhere else.
Oh, you're just selling the lighting.
Just the lighting.
Okay.
I hired a mechanic, and he did the lighting for me. He installed lighting. It was great. And he looks at me and goes, "I'm a mechanic. Let me do mechanic work."
Sure.
That's a good idea. So we pivoted and became Vibrance Automotive, and I focused on the things that I would dread about a mechanic shop. And the things I would dread were lack of transparency, the inability to talk to a mechanic, or lacking education. Right? These are the things that really got to me. I wanted to fix that in the industry.
Yeah. Well, a mechanic isn't just what you think of a mechanic from 20 or 30 years ago, where you're just turning a wrench. Everything is so technical, and everything is so computerized. And there's sensors, and there's all these different things that if this sensor is going off over here, it's going to affect something over here. And you got to know that whole system and where to look and what to follow.
100%.
Yeah.
But even more than that, in the past, you'd have these small town mechanics, and you'd talk to the mechanic, and he'd say, "Well, your car's fixed," and you'd be like, "Okay," right? Now we've moved to more of a service advisor kind of position.
Sure.
However, the service advisor isn't always a mechanic. And so they can tell you what was relayed to them, but they can't tell you the principles of it.
Yeah.
And that's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I've dealt with that plenty of times at different dealerships.
Mainly the bigger dealerships. Yeah.
Bigger dealerships,
Yeah.
right? And you're forced to say, okay, I trust you. I don't sit well with that. And so one of the big changes we do here is if you want to talk to the mechanic, you can talk to the mechanic. And if he can't translate for you into a way that makes sense, I will. Or I have enough technical know-how to translate from mechanic to customer and explain to them why these things are important.
Yeah.
And so that's how we bridge that gap. And if on top of that, they want to see what's going on, we save all your old parts. We have them there ready for you. And if while you're waiting, I'll be more than glad to take you underneath your vehicle and show you what's going on with your vehicle.
Sure, the wear and tear or something that's broken or whatever. Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense when you visualize it, when you
yeah.
have it in front of you.
Yeah.
And so these are the transparency points that we want to focus on, and then explain it to you why it matters. And now you understand why it matters. And so it's less of me trying to come and bring something to your attention. You come to me now and say, hey, I remember this, and that, and hey, I want to make sure we're okay. Or I flew over a speed bump this, over the last weekend. I'm pretty sure I broke something in the suspension.
Or just driving over the Tucson streets.
The potholes
and trying to
everywhere.
avoid the potholes, yeah.
You'd be amazed how much they wreck cars here.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I was so shocked when I saw some of the damage. I've broken my own wheels on these roads.
Yeah.
So yes, all this leads back to the transparency and education. That's what I care about. I want a customer that's engaged in the process of fixing their car because we already don't care. Right? Most people don't care about what's going on with their car. They care about, does it turn on? Yes.
Yeah.
Does it drive? Yes.
Well, unless they're in a mechanical mind state or mindset, then they're not going to understand most of the moving parts.
Exactly.
Right.
And for the most part, I don't expect people to.
No.
But I do want them to have some buy-in into the maintenance of their vehicle.
Right.
Because then they feel more comfortable with what they're doing.
Right.
And again, this is something that I did from sheer experience. It was a painful process when I had to go to a tire store and buy tires. Nobody cares about tires.
Right.
Like nobody gives a rat's
There's nothing
bottom.
sexy about tires.
Nothing.
No.
Unless you understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? Because now that I understand, and I'm not going to say that I'm like a tire engineer by no means, but I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
When I know there's something slightly wrong with my tire and I'm going 70 miles an hour, that thought kicks in now.
Yeah.
Because I've been educated on it.
Right.
That
something could happen.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right? 70
definitely.
miles an hour to 105 outside. I'm going, you know what? 65 seems great.
Right.
Yeah. 65 is fantastic at this point. And that's something that I can now explain to customers. I think I've worked with some of your team actually quite a bit. And that's the same process we go through.
Right.
We had one yesterday where we had to show them like, hey, this failed here, which caused something to leak on this, which caused this to fail.
Ah, okay.
And it seems to bring more peace, and at least it does to me, so that's how I try to promote it.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you can explain something and even show them that this is what's going on, instead of this, this doohickey over here.
Yep, the turbo encabulator.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's doing its pyrolysis or whatever. Pyrolysis.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
None of that. We don't like that.
Yeah. But you're forming that relationship. You're not talking down to the customer and saying, hey, I know everything and you're just a dumb customer. You're forming that relationship and forming that trust and saying, look, this is what's going on. And this what could happen if we don't take care of some of these issues,
So yeah, that it actually also changed the way we speak. So the language we use at Vibrance is different from the language I've seen in other places. You will almost never, very, 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 very rarely, it's only if and only if it is that drastic. You'll never hear us say like, this is a complete danger to you now.
Right.
Wheel's going to fall off.
Yeah.
No.
When you're doing 70 down the freeway.
Yeah, those are things we never say to a customer.
Right.
What we want to say instead is the severity level of this could lead to something, but you're most likely fine. Right? Open-ended, leaving you with the decision, but I'm not here to scare you into your situation.
Right.
Because I hate that.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I always put myself in like my mother's shoes.
Sure.
And I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Or worse, I put myself in my own shoes. I've been to the big dealerships where they'll talk to you and owning a mechanic shop. I've sat there going, wait a minute, what? And I have to kick in from it like, wait a minute, I know better.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I've had those moments of sheer desperation, of lack of understanding. And it just comes down to a lack of communication.
Yeah.
Someone is communicating to you in a way that isn't, relaying proper information to you. And that's all we need is info.
Yeah.
The more information we have that is concise, has to be good, clean information.
Right.
We can make a decision. Most people can. It's when you're given the big words and the nonsensical terms, you're like, you're right. Here's my paycheck. Enjoy.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. And I just, that is where I stand on that I want to be different. I will always explain it ad nauseum as much as you need.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here. The kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo.
Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
This is an urgent message from the Daniel Gutierrez for Congress campaign. The CD7 special election's going on right now. If you haven't voted yet, now's the time to do it. If you think you're on the early voter list and you haven't received your ballot, it's time to take action. Head over to the Pima Votes website where you can find early voting sites and drop-off boxes. Pima Vote site also has map and listing of all the Election Day vote centers, which are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. September 23rd. This is going to be a tough election. Every vote counts. Make sure you're part of the change that needs to happen in Southern Arizona CD7. Make sure you vote and vote for Daniel Gutierrez, paid for by Gutierrez for U.S. Congress.
We are back talking with Freed from Vibrance Automotive. And we're off air. We were talking about mountain biking.
Yes, we
which
were.
has nothing to do with Vibrance Automotive.
Not at all.
But it's fun.
Oh, it's awesome and horrifying. It's like it's fun to do things that scare you.
It is. It
Yep.
is. I usually say it's a guy thing, but there's a lot of women that mountain bike, and there's a lot of women that are really good at mountain biking.
I've seen it too.
Yeah.
I've seen, man, when I was up in Sholo doing it, I saw just women just right by me, and I'm like, that's great. Look at you go.
Right?
I'm going to sit right here. This is hard.
I used to mountain bike with my pastor's wife and another lady from church, and they're probably both 10 years older than me. And they'd have to wait for me. They'd get up the hill, and they're like, are you coming? I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
I'm pedaling as hard as I can.
Right.
Be nice to me.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine that. Now, it's funny. I think about these kinds of activities that business owners do, and I think it's just part of our DNA.
It is.
Right?
It
We're
is.
already risk takers.
Yeah.
Calculated risk takers.
Right.
And I would say that we do them because we're control freaks to some extent.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of, I say this with the trades, probably most of the guys that start their own business in trades is because they can't work with anyone else. Or they can't work for someone else.
Not super employable.
Yeah.
You have to be the one running the show. And it's funny because the more I think about it, am I on the risky side of things? Yeah. I calculate the risk, but
sure.
If the math's enough, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Mountain biking is a great example of it. I love fast cars. Race car driving is what I wanted to do growing up.
Okay.
But the moment you take control from me, I freak out. Can't do it.
Okay.
Like you put me on a roller coaster. Pass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't have any control of that.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
My body says.
Just hang on and go for the ride.
For my fiance's birthday, we just did a trip to Disney for her.
Okay.
Right? And then Universal Studios right afterwards. And they are what we would call like mid-range roller coasters.
Yeah.
For most people, including, tiny adults, they are fine.
Sure.
I looked at them and I said, I don't know about that one, right? And my rule goes, do not invert me, do not put me upside down, and not loop-de-loop me. I can't do it.
Okay.
I cannot do it. And we got on the Harry Potter ride. And at one moment, I'm like, I'm upside down. I'm not supposed to be here. And she's just laughing her butt off at this point because she forgot that it goes upside down at one point.
Oh, okay.
And then it broke down while upside down.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
And so at this point, I'm just like, I'm not happy. Because roller coasters, man, are just tough for me.
Yeah.
I'm not driving, therefore I'm struggling.
Okay.
It is a rough one.
Okay. So talking about race car drivers.
Yes.
So I got to experience, I drove a NASCAR on the Georgia Motor Speedway.
No way.
Probably about 8 years ago. Yeah, and I got it up to 156 miles an hour.
How'd that feel?
Oh man, that was awesome. I got to, so you're in the package, you could be a passenger with a professional driver. So I did that once, and then you got 2 times where you got to actually drive the car on your own.
No driver next to you?
No driver next to you. No.
How does that feel?
It was awesome. Once you get over probably 145 or 150, just the pull of that car wanting to go up the side and you're fighting it the whole time. But it was amazing. And there's no speedometer in there. The tower is telling you in your headphones when to shift. It's a manual transmission. And so you get up to a certain RPM, he just says shift. You shift. So and then you're just going around
That is
the track.
incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm having like a tiny stroke just listening to this. That's incredible. You're
Yeah.
just being told like go, shift.
Yeah.
Third.
Yeah, they're just
fourth.
because there's probably 4 cars on the track at one point. So they have you all spaced out. So as soon as like one goes by you, then they have you take off. And you get up to
true.
You get to speed pretty quick.
How does that feel? How's the acceleration feel in that?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, yeah.
You know, it's funny. That's one thing that about modern vehicles just amazes me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my first real car I really wanted was a 2004 Chrysler Crossfire.
Okay.
This thing looked fast.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was quick,
Mm-hmm.
right? 0 to 16, 6.5 seconds. And, you know, you just felt good driving that thing. Like older Corvettes, you were in the same time frame as they were.
Yeah.
Your Camry does that now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just a 4-door Camry does that. And now with EVs, you have just a whole new level of speed that just doesn't make sense.
The electric cars are fast.
So fast.
Off the line, they are fast.
Incredibly fast. And
Yeah.
I'm talking, you know, you used to look at these Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Corvettes and be like, well, those were just the untouchables.
Mm-hmm.
Your like run-of-the-mill Tesla will outgun them.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just makes no sense. You know, I got myself an EV recently.
Okay.
And it's an SUV.
Oh,
it's a run-of-the-mill SUV. It's a Jeep SUV, more
cool.
importantly, right?
Okay.
And nobody cares, which is great until they try to like mess with you on the road or something, right?
Yeah.
Like I've had moments where you give the pedal a little too hard on accident, right? It'll just roast the 4 tires.
Yeah.
And just makes no sense. It's a family wagon.
Right.
You know? And you see Hellcats like, what? That was a mistake.
Yeah.
And so this world of just fast vehicles has completely changed with the EV market. So like you're talking about this race car, which weighs what, 2,400 pounds, 2,500 pounds, because it's stripped down, right?
Yeah,
Your NASCAR.
Yeah.
You've probably got 500 or 600 horsepower. Detuned, I'm assuming, is what they do with those.
Probably.
And you have a road-ready car with air-conditioned seats
Yeah.
that is just off the line quicker
Right.
and makes no sense to me. You know,
Yeah.
Then the pinnacle of automotive racing is F1, and same story. You have cars nowadays that can beat them off the line.
Oh, wow.
And just, you know, not for long, but still, you know.
Yeah.
And that to me is just wildly impressive. That's what makes the automotive
technology.
world so
Yeah.
much fun, man.
Yep. Exactly. So tell us where Vibrance Automotive is and what your
Sure.
days and hours are.
Sure. You can get us 6 days a week.
Okay.
Monday through Friday, we're there from 9 to 5.
Okay.
And then on Saturdays, 10 to 3. We are at 2945 North Stone Avenue, right kind of between Fort Lowell and Grant.
Okay.
And we are here to take care of you guys, whatever you need, anything automotive related, or if you have questions. I'm here to educate and teach you guys on anything you need that's within my wheelhouse.
Fantastic.
So,
well, thank you. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me on. This was a pleasure.
It was. It was. All right. You can check out Southwest Flavor every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. We will see you next week.